What's up, everybody? You're hanging with Hero Lair. Thanks very much. I'm Dan. Here with my buddy Sean.
What's up?
Hero Lair number 20 today. Wild. How far we've come.
There.
Thanks for
Joe Rogan, we're coming.
Yeah.
Coming for your ass.
Only 1,700 more to go. Right? Yeah. Thanks for checking us out, whether it's on YouTube or you're listening to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, iTunes. Welcome aboard. We're going to start off with a little preview of E3. Very excited. What are you looking forward to most?
Xbox #1 needs to come out with some serious games and some exclusives. Because for me, I have no desire to buy an Xbox.
Me neither.
It's like there's nothing really. You know what I mean?
Running 4K Blu-ray discs is really not. That's not making me jump into my pockets. Right? I agree with
Bethesda. I hope there's like some kind of Elder Scrolls coming out.
Yeah, you think there's got to be.
Yeah.
Because the last one, I mean, last year we had the Skyrim VR version, which is kind of cool. I haven't gotten into it as much as I have. Yeah. And yes, I have VR. I'm trying, PlayStation VR. It's really the only one I've tried. I've not tried the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive or anything. But for what it is and the offerings that are out there, every game I've tried, I've liked.
Yeah.
Not that I've tried the entire catalog, but I know you did the Batman VR, the Arkham VR one.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's short and it's an experience, but anyone that tries it, it's legit. Like it shows the potential of what's here. And
I think when you're thinking VR and you're doing it for the first time, you're like, oh, this wouldn't work. This wouldn't work. Like if I tried this, but it's like with Batman VR, it's like it's like I can think outside of the box, and like the creators were like, you can do that, no problem.
It's just a scratch of the potential of what's there. It's just a shame that the amount of I think there's just not enough units that have been sold yet, and probably hopefully they'll still keep it alive and build on it every few years.
I hope so
too, because the potential is immense. But yeah, good point about Bethesda releasing another Elder Scrolls. It's been a few years since what was the last one that came out?
Skyrim.
Was it Skyrim? 2015?
And then Elder Scrolls Online after that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you got to figure it's due for something new.
Yeah, and I never tried Elder Scrolls Online. I know it has a following, but I don't know if it's as big as it's probably not as big as like World of Warcraft or whatnot. But it's like it has its people. Like when they have new expansions and whatever, like people come back and actually play. So,
did you see that the Fallout trailer that they released early?
Fallout 76. See, I was excited, but then people are telling me that I'm hearing online and whatnot that it's going to be like it's not going to be like your traditional Fallout where it's like, first person and you get to explore and whatnot. It's going to be like, people are saying like a more Elder Scrolls Online, and like that kind of turned me off of it.
Really?
Yeah. I can't, like if I had to play Fallout Online, I would want you to be able to play with me and we can just explore the wasteland together, stuff like that. But and more like building your base of operations, and that was fun. And it would be fun to play cooperatively like that. But it's just I don't like the setup of like the whole Elder Scrolls Online.
Gotcha. Interesting. Sticking with Bethesda, Rage 2. I think that got leaked actually.
Yeah.
Was that part of that Walmart Canada leak?
Walmart is fucking up, man. These guys, they can't keep any secrets. They can't. You can't do a job with.
It's like
Walmart.
and it's always the Canadian sites too.
Yeah. You can't do a job with Walmart. Like if you're gonna rob a bank with Walmart, you'd be like, shit. Walmart would get caught, and then he'd show up at your door with the police on the windshield, like, they got us, man, they got us.
They got you. Yeah, they couldn't keep their mouth shut.
Exactly.
They just kept talking. Exactly. Oh yeah, we got this big job lined up. You know what's coming down the pipe? Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Sean, they got us. Yeah. They got us.
Or even that's why you watch Goodfellas, and De Niro's character is always saying, don't buy anything.
Yeah.
Don't buy anything.
If this was Goodfellas, he'd be the guy with the fur jacket and a new Cadillac. And
the week after the job was done. That's hilarious. Walmart. I'm really looking forward to some of these Sony exclusives.
Okay.
Definitely want to see more of Spider-Man. Definitely want to see more of Kojima's new one, Death Stranding.
Yeah, Death Stranding.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like saw the second trailer. I don't know where they're going with it.
No idea.
And like these umbilical cords and attached to soldiers and whatnot.
Babies in your throat.
Yeah, it's like, and it's so strange, but it's like I have to trust Kojima.
You have to.
Yeah. Because like,
he's earned the respect enough. No matter how many weird press conferences he's done in the past or shit he's done, he's pushing the limits.
It really sucks for Konami because it's like, when Kojima's like, they had that disagreement and they went their several ways.
After Phantom Pain.
It's like, we don't need you. We can make our own Metal Gear.
Yeah.
And made Metal Gear Survive, and it was like,
you're shooting zombies now.
Yeah.
There's like no stealth involved whatsoever. Yeah. I not that I've played it a lot, but I really have no interest.
But how do you feel like as a creator that when people thought they could do it without you, and it's just like it's a flop house? It's like, I made the right decision.
No shit.
So.
Death Stranding looks next level. I hope it's not just all hype and no substance, but anything at all. Anything that's actually officially announced is beneficial for that game because there's Reddit is just rampant with crazy ass fan theories and so-called leaks and insider information. And there's been some batshit crazy stuff. People have been theorizing this or so-called leaks coming out. One thing and this just sounds nuts, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but essentially him having a multiplayer co-op mode, but somehow players may have, after you play through whatever you're meant to play through, there may actually be a possibility of the players themselves choosing to just demolish the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, just undo, rather than living in this, multiplayer online where you always go on, whatever.
Yeah.
Some batshit crazy theory about.
Where you can just, destroy everything,
bring
the whole house down.
Yeah, like Ready Player One levels at the end of Ready Player One where everything gets wiped out. Like, that level of control. And that would be something never seen before in multiplayer gaming.
There would be, a cult.
I don't see how that works.
Like a group of people. And then it just resets.
Some crazy shit like that. Again, I don't know where. This is me just going through Reddit posts and YouTube just as a fan, just seeing what people are talking about. But it sounds batshit crazy.
Yeah.
So by no means is this.
That's freaking awesome, though.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I want to see.
Yeah.
I don't know where. This is the thing. Watching a trailer, and it's like a non-gameplay trailer, and it's like, it looks great, but it's like, where are they going with this? And I hear it's totally open world, and man, but just looking at it, and this girl turning into almost like this cybernetic weapon and knives coming out. It's like, okay, it looks great, but I need to see more. It's more of like a Death Stranding thing where it's like, these cinematics look great, but I need to see gameplay.
Yeah. I got to imagine we're going to get more.
Yeah.
And hopefully some gameplay for these. I don't even know when these are supposed to come out. Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know a lot about this one, but I've seen cinematics and it looks really interesting.
It looks like it's like a sandbox ninja game.
Mm-hmm.
In feudal age Japan,
right?
But I mean, when I'm thinking ninja games, especially for Sony, I'm thinking Shinobi or Tenchu's Stealth Assassin, things like that. And it's like I always wanted a more modern version of Tenchu, so hopefully that will fill my gap of being able to. I feel like it's bound for who makes Assassin's Creed again? Sorry,
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Yeah.
I feel like Ubisoft is slowly gonna go towards Japan, and you're gonna have like an Assassin's Creed in Japan. But until then, that would be a good fit.
At least based on what they've released ahead of time, you got to think so. So definitely excited for those. Yeah, those are the big ones. One to see more of. Speaking of Ubisoft, they had that another leak. All the best news comes from leaks, and then they finally owned up to it. But Assassin's Creed Odyssey, back to Greek times.
I'm not excited to watch or play another Assassin's Creed game. I wish they kind of spaced it out a lot more.
They've always just cranked them out like EA Madden style with sports games. They just crank them out.
I stopped playing Assassin's Creed after, Black Flag, right? And it's just like I got tired of like going outside of the Animex or I forgot what it's called, but like the machine and freaking like doing the story in the real world and whatever. Like that shit bored me, and I'm not like excited to continue on like finding bits and pieces of like the final story of what's going on. So it's just like, okay, assassinating people, cool, but I'd rather play a Hitman.
Yeah, speaking of which, I was eagerly anticipating, waiting for the live stream to hit the other day of WB Games going to announce something, because PlayStation has been doing this 3 days preemptive mini releases leading up to the big show of little stuff. Day one was them saying, okay, it'll be a new game with VR support. I'm like, oh, okay, this will be interesting. It comes out Tetris Effect. I'm like, all right, well, and again, it was just, trailer. I don't even think it showed any real gameplay.
Yeah.
Which is really just a narration and interesting music. Very Tron-like, right? It could be kind of interesting. I mean, depending on what perspective you're in watching it in VR. But, all right, sure. I kind of felt the same. Like, all right, sure.
Yeah.
The next day was, okay, WB Games is the announcement stream coming. And I think I kind of set myself up for disappointment, because I was sitting there waiting for, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Superman game in the Arkhamverse. Here we go. This is going to be what Rocksteady's been secretly working on for a while.
Yeah.
But I should have, like you told me after when it happened, you're like, no, that's something that big they wouldn't do before the show.
Yeah.
If they're going to do that, they're going to have it. They have them like, yeah, you're right. And then it turned out to be Hitman 2. And I honestly haven't played Hitman in long time. Like I think back to like Max Payne era.
Yeah.
Of when I was playing both of those as third person shooters. So I never even played the
I think I played all of the Hitman except for the first one, and the recent one that I want to call it like a remake or a reboot, where they put it out in like each level out in sections and pieces and seasons. And I'm just like, why the fuck? I just want the whole game. I just want to play the whole game in my house. No problems, right? But yeah, it's always been fun. I anytime I hear Hitman, like I'll definitely buy it. I think this is the thing. They're gonna put all these like teasers out and all these like other trailers that you want it to be something big, but it has to be small, because all these press conferences, there's so many games they try and put in that, like, if they were to put, hey, look, we have a new Tetris, a lot of people would be like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I waited in line for this.
Yeah, I waited in line. Get to the next one.
No,
right? So this gives it the perfect, like, okay, we're going to leak it a couple days earlier so people can enjoy it.
And yeah, good point. And it allows them to get some hype, get some press away from the giant swell.
Yes.
Right before the storm starts, and some of the bigger titles are going to be taking up all the bloggers' time and the media's time. Now
are going to get lost in the sauce.
Oh, for sure.
Real fast.
Definitely.
Yeah.
One that I was happily surprised with what I saw early on, Days Gone. Have you checked this out?
The biker one?
Yeah, very. Yeah, it's like Sons of, and I saw a really cool behind the scenes video of the studio, and forgive me, and I forget the studio's name. But the developers were talking about, you know, the cool brainchild of the idea of Sons of Anarchy style game mixed with Walking Dead.
Yeah.
What would that look like?
Yeah. I just saw like a recent teaser trailer, and it's like from the initial trailers that they shown with like the zombies, like
the horde.
They're fast as hell.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're World War Z level.
Yeah.
Athleticism.
Yeah. But there's more of a story, and it's not just like you know, like Walking Dead. I think a few games really get to do this, but I think when you're watching Walking Dead, the interesting part isn't the zombies. That's like man versus nature. That's like a fire or a storm or whatever, right? That's just there in the environment, but it's the man versus man. And it's like they were in the new teaser, they're showing like all these conflicts that you're having with other humans. And I think that was, and even animals, and I think that's even like, imagine being like chased by a bear, or the bear makes noise, and then all these zombies are coming, and you guys are both running from the zombies. Like that's what's truly amazing.
Yeah, it'd be some fun stuff, and there's some really cool gameplay of it as well. One particular level where you only have so many items on you, and you have to weed out the horde of what's there. And you're either using your bike, getting time, or you're setting up certain traps.
Yeah. Or
you can combine different elements to make a Molotov cocktail, but you only have so many.
Yeah.
So it's not as if you just have an endless supply. So it's bringing a lot of good survivalist aspects to the game as well.
Or even just driving your bike and you run out of gas.
Yeah.
And then you have to figure out how you're going to get fuel.
Yeah. Yeah, like playing GTA is great and fun. I can always steal another car. Here, if you're just stuck in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. You just really hope that they don't fill it up with too many bullshit side missions. That just waste your time. Like, okay, well, what? I literally just walked through the woods, running around to just achieve.
As long as all the side missions mean something, where it's like, okay, I can upgrade my bike, or I can upgrade. Yeah,
exactly. Some of the bigger rumors that are out there that we got to imagine we're going to see something. You were talking about Microsoft and Xbox. You got to think there's going to be a Halo announcement.
They need a Halo announcement.
They need it, yeah, for sure.
Like, and it's just like even 4 studios.
Yeah, because Bungie does Anthem now.
Yeah. Well,
I think for a while they
need something, man.
Oh,
and they
for sure.
and they needed to like be like a grassroots Halo game that's enjoyable.
Yeah. Do you think they get greedy and want to jump on the trend and do Halo Battle Royale?
I think everybody's gonna do some kind of interpretation of a battle royale. I mean, like
you can't work at these companies and be a part of either the upper management or on developer level. And when the meeting hits, you can't be there, and it's hard to argue not to do the battle royale for a lot of these, because it's the proof's in the pudding, right? It's very affordable, very popular.
But like the maps have to be so vast.
They do, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and you got to keep it fresh too. You got to keep re-upping new maps, otherwise things get stale fast. But I don't know. But
I hope they think of like other game modes that they can pick. But I think that has to be a standard now. Instead of it's like a team deathmatch.
Gotcha.
It's like it has to be a standard option.
You got to think that there'll be some Bloodborne 2 coming out.
Those games are hard as hell. I gotta tell you, I didn't even fuck with Bloodborne 2. No. Like the way, like
the first Bloodborne. No,
I have coworkers that like love those like super hard games, but like me, like when I'm talking super hard, I'm thinking like a Devil May Cry.
Okay,
I love Devil May Cry. I hope they have a new Actually, they do have a new Devil May Cry game coming out because Walmart leaked it. Thank you, Walmart.
Another one, yeah, we know.
Oops,
taking all the guesswork out of it. Yeah. Now let us know if what happens at the end of Star Wars.
Yeah.
No, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, especially when you work, it really you have to be in the mood for it because once you do and you crack it and you make some progress, you're like, oh fuck, I did it.
Yeah.
I got it, and the fulfillment is there.
Yeah.
But knowing that that's what you're into, and I get this sometimes a lot with stealth games too.
Yeah.
Where I know I can't just get the biggest gun and fucking destroy everything. Like I have to take my time and figure this out. If you're not in the mood for it at night, where you know you're actually going to be engaged and you just want something kind of brainless and shoot them up, then you have to be in the right mindset. Because a lot of times I'll just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just throwing on Doom, and so I can just blast whatever the hell's in my way.
What do you think of Metal Gear? Did you continue to play Metal Gear, or did you?
Yeah. I've been playing my way through Phantom Pain. It's fun, man.
Yeah.
The same sort of thing. Like I have to be in the right
mood,
the right frame of mind, because otherwise I don't give it the attention that it deserves.
Yes.
And I even sometimes I just stop it and I'm like, you know what? There's some really great cinematics going on here and some storylines going on here, but I know I don't have enough time to really sit and enjoy it. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta, it's like when I dedicate time to Westworld.
Yes.
Like I'm not like if my wife's around and Westworld's on and she wants to talk about her day or whatever, like I'm turning.
Yeah.
I'll turn it off.
And then I get offended, like, oh, really? I'm sorry I interrupted your little show.
She's cool with it though, right?
Yeah.
But
you know what I do? I hijack them when they're watching, what's that one, where the time traveling guy?
Oh, Outlander?
Outlander.
Yeah, my wife wouldn't be down for that.
Okay.
Any sci-fi elements, my wife's out. She's like, no thanks. I stick with the Mission Impossibles and the true stories.
Yeah.
Then she's down. But you get what I mean, right? It just when you know that okay, this is gonna take in order for me to get the fullest out of it, I need to be in the right frame of mind. I need to be focused on what I'm doing. I can't just casually be looking at my phone and kind of just passing the time resting after work. So that's why it's a little slower. But I hear you for Bloodborne too. It's still you got to think that they'd be bringing that back though.
Oh yeah, it's such a market for it. There's a lot of fans out there for Bloodborne.
Do you need to see any more of Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, I'm fine. I just want to play the game.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, for them, if they did, I think that'd be kind of a cop out. Even though I love everything that Rockstar does, for them, I mean, they've kind of they've let it out. They've shown us what we want. People are excited.
Yeah,
we're down.
I don't hear too much about the story anymore.
Yeah,
I don't want to see what would be interesting to see is like how when Grand Theft Auto 5 they were showing the online, like how the online works and stuff. I want to see how the online works for Red Dead Redemption. Because they're like, we're going to add so much stuff and da-da-da. But like in my mind, it's like so limited when it comes to that. It's like, okay, you're going to have, cowboys, guns, and what else can you put in there?
I don't know. You open up a brothel or different skins, a fancy hat.
Maybe a Westworld kind of option.
White hat or black hat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they start making. I mean, especially if the mods get in there and start, doing some crazy Wild Wild West steampunk crazy shit. Maybe you do old school it'll be like a Back to the Future map from Back to the Future 3.
Yeah. But it's like, what vehicles can you put in there?
Yeah. I haven't read anything to steer me or any rumors that this would actually happen. It's just kind of a wish of mine. But I would love to see a remaster of GTA Vice City, because it's been a popular thing for the last little while. Like, what other remasters have come out? Like, wasn't there like a Crash Bandicoot remaster? Yeah. Wasn't there like a Spyro remaster?
I would like there are, but like I want to see like a total like high definition everything. I know because sometimes a remaster is just like, okay, they made everything look good, but then it's the same game.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think there's so many like what they're doing with like Final Fantasy VII, where it's like, they're totally like ripping out the engine and it's gonna look more like Final Fantasy like 15 now.
Yeah. You have to. I think a lot of these are they're even though they're a remaster, it's built from the ground up. Like I think they did that for Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
When that came out last year, like that was a ground up remaster. I'd love to see something like that for GTA Vice City.
Yeah.
You know, on the current generation, it'd be great.
I don't
think we're getting GTA 6 anytime soon.
Well, like if we're going to go down like the road it usually is, it's like maybe 2 years or so after Red Dead. They usually go with starting to talk about Grand Theft Auto. So,
gotcha. Yeah. Well, which makes it all the more, because I don't know what else Rockstar has coming out. There's the Red Dead Redemption. This is why I think some sort of remaster of Vice City would work. And I know not everyone's into this, but given the success of the Skyrim VR version, a VR version of GTA 5, that they'll get me. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they'll get me, because you have the first, like playing in first person was fun.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. It's like everything's set up that it should be able to work.
Yeah. Right? They would get me. I'd rebuy it again. They would totally get me. But that would be a legit worthwhile experience. Yeah, it's something different. It wouldn't be perfect. It'll probably be a little pixelated, kind of similar to how Skyrim is, because you just can't run that. Just the processing power is not there to run it for total 360 immersive VR.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, because it's not as crisp as something like Arkham or even Resident Evil 7, the VR version of those. Those are beautiful looking games. Like Resident Evil is easily one of the best game on PSVR, arguably.
How long is that game?
I don't know. Never finished it. Oh, okay. I get motion sickness with it. Yeah. Whereas, because I don't know if you can teleport in that, so it's a little different. I can't do the whole thing. Yeah. But at least with the Skyrim, you can teleport. I know a lot of people are hit or miss on it, but for Skyrim it works, because I just feel, oh, that's a spell. I can transport myself. But after a while, like you feel like you tried the what have you combined tried? You crushed through Arkham VR.
Yeah, and then
which is only like an hour. It's not a lot. Oh yeah, the Battlefront DLC, the VR mission. Yeah,
that was hype.
It was cool, eh? It's short, but it's legit. Like flying an X-wing and through the missions, it's something unique that you can't. You don't get the same effect when you're
just
playing on the flat screen
behind you, and R2's right there. And,
some of the stuff that legitimately works and changes. There's one specific game in VR that I know was announced that they're working on. They actually announced it last year, and at the Sony event last year as well. And I'm hoping to finally get a release date, and that's Blood and Truth. So it's the full version from the same studio that on the PSVR demo disc.
Yeah.
Had the PSVR demo disc had like a deep sea diving demo. It had like a luge demo, some other ones. But by far and away the standout of that demo disc was a short 20-minute game called The London Heist, where you pretty much step into like a Guy Ritchie movie. Right? Total VR immersion. There's some really great shootout scenes that you get into it. You get locked up into the story.
Yeah.
You're in trying to pull off the heist. You get kind of gunned down, and you need to duck, shoot your way out. You're stationary, right? You're not able to actually move around, but the shooting aspects are there. There's another one when you're in a car in the getaway, and you're being chased by the other gang members, and you're using an Uzi. You got to load the clip, so you get used to loading the clip. There's no cheating that way. It's legit. It was fun. It's just too short.
Yeah.
So now this is from the exact same developer, taking those same mechanics of loading in the clips, but they're adding more elements, more of the movement elements. I think it'll be like, determined where it won't be totally free locomotion like Resident Evil is or Skyrim VR is, but you'll be able to look where you are. You'll be able to strafe. You'll be able to kind of look over your shoulder. Things like that.
Kind of like, remember that old arcade game where it's like there was a pedal, and like it would be a first person. You'd have a gun, and then you get to hide behind corners, and then you press the pedal and you pop out and stuff like that.
I have to imagine something similar. They just haven't gone deep enough into it, but it looked fun, and I can vouch for the London heist experience of being there in the shootouts, and if it, you give me a few hours of that with a bigger, deeper story. So I'm definitely looking to hear more this coming E3 about that game.
I need Nintendo to come out with some games, because like the games that you want to play slowly trickle in, but I need to see like put a Grand Theft Auto on there.
On the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
On the Switch, because it's basically like if I could play Zelda and I could play Skyrim on it, God knows what else I can play. Like put some games on there that like I would actually like. I actually want to play, but I don't have the time to because I'm always at work or I'm doing this. Like I want like put Fallout on the Switch, please. Like I that's what I need. Like games, like they created like an awesome system where you can go and play anywhere you want. Give me the games to do.
Aren't they porting over Fortnite?
Yeah, but I have no interest in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like it's so
you can play it on your phone too.
It's so cartoony. I'm more of a PUBG on my phone.
Okay, there you go. PUBG runs on phones now? Really? How is it?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking about buying one of those gaming controllers for it, because I know I'll just
like a Bluetooth controller.
Yeah. So like
cool.
and you just put it in the middle of the controller and just play.
Sick. I know we're jumping around a bunch, but back to Ubisoft. I have to imagine, so if I'm putting money on stuff, I got to imagine that there'll be some Ghost Recon, or no, sorry, not Ghost Recon, some Splinter Cell announcements.
Yeah, because
feels like
I
time
kind of thought that way too, because they put the character in Splinter Cell in Ghost Recon.
Yeah, Sam Fisher was in Ghost Recon. Yeah, that's where I had Ghost Recon on my brain.
So I'm just like, huh.
And
it's a teaser to something.
Yeah, and when it comes from cool stealth games, you obviously know that there's nothing coming from the Metal Gear Solid world to fill that void. No. Doors wide open for Ubisoft to throw
squash things. They need to squash things with Kojima. Like I don't even know what the fight could be, but you need to squash that shit.
Are you into any of these? Are you into Destiny? Are you into Anthem? You play any of these? I've never touched them at all.
Anthem hasn't come out yet. Destiny, yeah. So played through it. Went on some raids with some friends, but then it just like slowly was just like, okay, what's next? What's next? So I from what I hear, that like this next expansion is supposed to change everything. It's supposed to change the game, but like, man, I just there wasn't a lot of stuff to do. There wasn't like after you did what you like you beat the game and you went on a few raids and stuff. It's just like sometimes they almost made your gear and your weapons meaningless, because it's like you always had to hunt for the next big thing. So it's like no matter how powerful you got, it's like okay, well what else can I do to get stronger, right? And it's like you're just farming and you're just trying to So we'll see. I haven't went back to it. I've gone back to like Ghost Recon. I've gone back to like a bunch of other games, but like I just right now I have no desire to go back to Destiny.
Any good sports games coming out? I mean, you always get the obligatory.
Madden.
Yeah, there's just 2K19. I haven't played a basketball game in forever.
Yeah.
Same with the football stuff. It's just too much. I was interested in originally whatever the UFC game that was coming out, but then after all the from Star Wars Battlefront 2 and all that shit, and I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me and I don't know if they've changed anything with the UFC game, because I don't even know anybody that has it. But leading up to it was all this bullshit of pay to win.
Microtransactions.
Yeah, so it's like you're telling me that I can just pay, and all of a sudden I can fight as a low mid-card guy.
Yeah.
And just by paying, I would immediately have better grappling ability, better submission ability, harder strikes, harder defense. Like, what the fuck is...
That's another conference,
some
press
bullshit.
conference that who needs to really step it up, because if they don't...
EA? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. EA, they need to, because, like, there's a serious bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, especially because of Battlefront, which was a good game.
Yeah.
But because of everything that happened, you know, nobody wants to give it a second chance. You know what I mean? They stopped the microtransactions and they try to put it back and this and this. Like,
it was just obvious from the beginning of just what they were after.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think they tried to couple it with, oh, no, but there's all this free DLC. We're going to, you know, every time the movie comes out, we're going to have something new come out.
Yeah.
That was industry changing, because every single developer and studio in this business took note of that.
Yeah.
Just a massive backlash. And it is a shame. You're right, because I finished the campaign, and I also finished the whatever the first couple deals was, just one new DLC that came out, and I had fun playing the campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cool. There was some being a Star Wars fan, I got a kick out of being in the Battle of Jakku, seeing all that. I don't know how far you've gone into it.
Load screen.
Oh, really?
So I started, so I started playing the, you know, they have that precursor, like, for its loading and whatever.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a new game, and it was just like, and guess what? I think I picked up Far Cry.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, well, once it goes to the bottom of the stack, it's hard to come back.
Yeah.
It was fun though. I had a good time. There's the storyline was decent enough. There's a big time jump that happens, which is kind of come. There's some stuff that's just so horseshoed in that you're like, oh, well, you know, just so you could play like as Luke.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's kind of. And then there's another really shitty one for playing as Kylo Ren. Like, I was just horseshoed in. But the main campaign of Iden Versio, going through who you are, you're an elite trooper of the Empire. I think they call the Blood Troopers or something like that, or whatever, Inferno Squad. Her story is fun to play through. There was just too much stuff forced into it.
Yeah.
But it's...
Well, I have to play it just to run through the story, because doesn't it kind of almost explain, like, the First Order and, like, how it went from there to the First Order? Or does
it gives you some different perspectives, and there's some fun fan elements. Like, you know, you're in the Battle of Endor at the end of, you know, you're going right from end of Return of the Jedi, like in that last battle, and you're seeing it go all the way through to Force Awakens, and maybe even a little bit past Force Awakens.
Okay, awesome.
So you're covering just generations. Like, you're in there playing as Lando, as Han, other ones as Luke, but the meat of the game. Some of that stuff just feels tacked on and forced and needed. The meat of the game is playing as Iden Versio, and that's where the big stuff comes in.
Yeah.
But you're totally right about EA. Like, what does EA need to come out with, do you think, off the top of your head? And I think they're going up first too. Their big press conference is Saturday morning, so they're first out of the gate.
Okay. Well, there was a bunch of Star Wars themed games that were supposed to come out, but they shut down a lot of the studios that they were using. So I hope that they put some games out that were lost from the studios that were canceled, because there was supposed to be like a open world Star Wars game. Like, who doesn't want to play that?
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think they really need to first have a discussion on, like, listen, we know we had a bad model. From now on, this is what's going to happen. We apologize, whatnot.
Yeah.
Then get into it.
Gotcha. I agree. Yeah, so there's EA on Saturday morning. Sunday, you got Microsoft, and then Bethesda. Then you hit Monday, Square Enix, Ubisoft, PC Gaming Show, and Sony closing out Monday. And Tuesday, Nintendo in the morning. And Nintendo, I think, is going to do the same thing they've done the last few years, which is the pre-taped pre-taped stuff. Yeah. Remember that? Did you ever see the Robot Chicken one they did a while ago?
No.
Go look that up. It's actually kind of it's really good. It's entertaining. I think mine went from like 2012 or something, but Nintendo stopped a while ago of actually having people there because shit can go wrong.
Screw
whatever.
You guys.
Yeah, we're just pre-taping everything, and here it is. There
I think it was since that Wii U debacle where they were like doing the instruments on the thing. It's like, get the fuck.
That was terrible. Yeah. That was so bad. There's been plenty of low light moments at E3. That was one.
Redeemed themselves.
The other ones are cool. The Robot Chicken one is really fun. Yeah, it'd be cool. Actually, that's the kind of self-awareness that EA should kind of do. Like, just, no one can make fun of you if you make fun of yourself. Like, just put it out there that you're the stupid decisions you've done, so that you at least shows everybody you're aware of it. We can laugh at it. There you go. Yeah, absolute best possible mind-blowing thing you can imagine coming out of the E3 weekend. Like, wildest dreams.
I would definitely want to see like the Rocksteady Superman game that's supposedly coming out.
Yeah, that's mine too.
They're supposed. I want to see this Avengers game that is supposedly in production, ready to be. What else?
Yeah. But let's stay on the Superman one, because that for me is the most highly anticipated set of rumors that's going around. And there's been I know some of the devs and some of the management at Rocksteady have talked about it. I know that they've specifically said, we're kind of done with Batman's story in this, but there's going to be something up that DC fans are going to blow their minds once they find out what it is. Would you want to see like just a Superman game, or do you think they could actually pull off an entire Justice League open world? It'd be too much.
I don't want to Justice League.
Stick with Superman? Yeah. Just build on the Arkham.
I would rather them do it like DC Universe was supposed to do it, and just have one character, then the next character. You know what I mean? And just slowly build it up, and then do a Justice League. Right. But
it would be massive for the character, because I think those Batman Arkham games, definitely, they have a big place in the lore of the character. And any comic book fan has to enjoy those, because it really kind of pivoted it really cool. Like the interpretation of the Penguin, very cool. Just this, Cockney, his English Cockney accent, a gangster, right? He's got a bottle cap, just it's the bottom of a bottle that's just been lodged into his eye, and he kept it there. Interesting interpretation. It really showed us how cool of a Batman villain Deathstroke could be in terms of the combat, because before then Deathstroke was always just more or less a Teen Titans villain. But you put him together with Batman, especially in that one first cinematic.
That was awesome.
Wow. Okay, that's in that at some point in the movies that's going to happen, where Deathstroke is they were trying to build that up when Ben Affleck was going to head the Batman. The fight combat, incredible. Just the combos you can put, just a total paradigm shift from those. But then
it's like, how do you do it so that Superman is too OP?
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking the exact same thing. That's why I'm so interested in, if that is true and that happens, just getting the nitty gritty of it, because you should be able to just laser everybody.
Yeah, or maybe it's like a Red Sun thing where Luthor manipulates the Red Sun, he's just weaker or something like that. But you have to have a reason.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's a very grounded reason. A lot more grounded than in the Injustice universe, where we kind of just. I think in the first Injustice, they just kind of said, "Oh, now everyone, you're injected with like Nightwing and Harley Quinn and everyone. They're just injecting themselves with some serum that they can actually take a punch from what other gods that they're fighting." Since it is a fighting game, we accept the fact. I know. Whether there's we're cool with this. They're all evenly matched. They're going to fight, but you can't get away with that in something built in the Arkhamverse. Exactly. Because it was just so well grounded and thought out.
And how vast is the map?
Yeah.
It has to be, because you have to have fun,
flying around. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they're right when if that is what they're going out with. and that they're going to announce that, and that's next from Rocksteady. They're exactly right when they say people will lose their minds.
Yeah,
because that's, and even just from new character designs you could bring. Like look at like Scarecrow in the Arkham games, just how awesome you look.
Or like Zod, but you know, doing a character like Zod, or that would be interesting, or Mongo, or like we've seen so many versions of Brainiac. I don't know how you can make Brainiac look cooler, but yeah, like
that's my number one for me. So I'm agreeing with you on there. Very cool. All right, guys, let us know what you're most excited for. Chime in the comments. Let us know what rumors you've heard. And even as the show comes out, let us know what you're excited about, what you're disappointed in. Don't forget to subscribe. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, also right here on YouTube if you're checking us out here. Thanks very much. Hang out with you guys soon.